Dr. Pravalika. Dr. Pravalika will be presenting as combined retinal vascular occlusion, a rare case presentation. Over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Pravalika. I'm going to present a case of optic nerve granuloma presenting as combined retinal vascular occlusion in miliary tuberculosis, a very rare entity. There is no any financial disclosure. Tuberculosis can have a variety of ocular manifestations which include from anterior to posterior segment of the eye. Visual compromise can also occur with CNS involvement and ATT toxicity. And tuberculomas of the optic nerve per se are rare, and combined retinal vascular occlusion is also rarely reported. Coming to my case details, a 34-year-old male presented with sudden painless diminution of vision in the right eye 10 days back with history of multiple febrile episodes in the evening associated with chills and dry cough for 1 month. And patient had history of alcoholism and smoking for 15 years. On an examination, patient was thin built and was febrile, and systemic examination was within normal limit. And ocular examination of the right eye, visual acuity was no perception of light, and other color vision couldn't be assessed, and other anterior segment was normal except for there is central mid dilated pupil with grade 3 RAPD. And ocular examination of the left eye, vision was 612 with no improvement on pinhole, and color vision was 1/38 plates, and rest was within normal limit with sluggishly reacting pupil. Fundus photography of the right, on fundus examination of the right eye, there is disc edema noted, and arteriolar attenuation was seen with venous segmentation, and there was cherry red spot in the macula with pale retinal background. Fundus examination of left eye was normal except for there is a temporal pallor was noted. With this, we came to a provisional diagnosis of right eye optic neuropathy with central retinal artery occlusion and left eye partial optic atrophy, and these following investigations were done. On optical coherence tomography of right eye, there is a lobulated mask at the optic disc with the elevation and hyperreflectivity of the retinal layers and serous detachment. On fundus fluorescent angiography of the right eye, there is increased arm to retina time of both artery and vein, and hyperfluorescence of the optic disc and peripapillary area with capillary non-perfusion of rest of the retina, which is suggestive of combined vascular occlusion. FFE of left eye showed normal dye transit, and B scan of right eye showed raised optic disc. On blood investigation, patient had elevated ESR with microcytic hypochromic anemia, and CRP is elevated, viral markers were negative, sputum for AFB was negative, Mantoux test was negative, but CBNAT was positive with no resistance to any anti-tubercular medication. Chest X-ray was suggestive of miliary tuberculosis. On contrast enhanced MRI of brain on orbit, there is an ill-defined heterogeneous enhanced lesion at the optic nerve head. Of the left eye also, there is a well-defined lesion at the apex of orbit. And on CE-MRI brain, there are multiple ring-enhancing lesions of various sizes suggestive of tuberculoma after clinical correlation. With this, we came to a final diagnosis of right eye combined retinal vascular occlusion with optic nerve head tuberculoma, left eye partial optic atrophy secondary to tubercular optic neuropathy with disseminated tuberculosis. And patient is started on anti-tubercular treatment with oral prednisolone after pulmonologist consultation and was advised for a monthly follow-up. Coming to the discussion, optic nerve involvement in TB is rare and can occur anywhere along the pathway, and from hematogenous spread to the direct spread from the choroid, and it can present as various clinical presentation ranging from papillitis to optic chiasmatic arachnoiditis, and it is difficult to differentiate it from infectious or non-infectious conditions, and it is also associated with vascular occlusion is very rare. So it should always be considered in this patients living in the endemic areas. Basically, the confirmative investigations are sparse, so corroborative tests can be useful in these patients, and treatment includes anti-tubercular therapy, systemic steroids, despite guarded visual prognosis. And in case of immunocompromised host, the following differential diagnosis can be excluded. What is unique in this patient is presented with only visual symptoms, and the presentation was rare, infiltrative optic neuropathy, and this highlights the role of ocular imaging in the diagnosis of vascular occlusion and neuroimaging in the optic nerve and CNS involvement. And this obviates the need for an invasive procedure like an optic nerve biopsy. And positive CBNAT in this case helpful in the diagnosis of TB. Coming to the take-home message of my topic, early diagnosis of tubercular optic neuropathy is challenging, and sequential evaluation of optic nerve and other organs by imaging aids in the diagnosis. And potential morbidities of an optic nerve exploration for biopsy, including exacerbation of visual loss, CSF leaks, and seeding of infection into the CNS can be avoided. And these are the articles I've came across, and thank you.
Nice presentation. Very well documented, a rare manifestation of a very common disease. Before we go to the questions, Dr. Pavitra Paneerselvam, is she here? Be ready there.
Both antituberculous and steroids were started together simultaneously, or was there any
First,
difference?
antitubercular medication, sir, and then steroids.
How long?
Like after 1 month.
You're a postgraduate?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you give me a differential diagnosis for cherry red spot?
Cherry red spot can be in like CRVO,
Vivo?
CRAO, sorry,
Okay.
central retinal artery occlusion, and diabetic retinopathy,
Okay. What causes?
tuberculoma of this optic.
Okay. What causes cherry red spot? The appearance.
There is lack of oxygen supply to the vessels.
So the appearance. What is the cherry red spot?
There is a lack of oxygen supply to the vessels, sir,
Mhm.
which leads to leakage of fluid, like hemorrhage, which leads to the cherry red spot.
Why is the red glow?
The central cherry red spot. The cherry red spot. Is it a hemorrhage or is it something else?
Not a hemorrhage. It was a glow.
Just I am giving a clue. How do you get a red glow on distant direct ophthalmoscope?
Macula.
Right. Anyways, nice presentation. Right.
Thank you.